Legacy of Darkness was released in June 2003. It was the first set to introduce spirit monsters to the game, which would have a lasting impact for several years. Yatagarasu is one of Yu-Gi-Oh's most infamous monsters. This bloodthirsty bird would deny opponents of their draw phase, severely limiting their resources, and when players were reduced to 0 cards in hand, it would ultimately result in the degenerate Yata lock, and immediately force a concession. Other notable cards in this set include Air Knight Parshath, Exiled Force, Reinforcement of the Army, Fiber Jar, Injection Fairy Lily, and a card that still makes old school players cringe to this very day, Last Turn. In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or 1 box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series. You know, call me DJ Khaled because I am just suffering from success. 3 wins in a row. It feels good to be in the driver's seat, but I definitely think that last match illustrated that it's really anyone's game. Like, Gage at any point could have taken that second game and we would not be in this position. So I'm not really feeling as confident as you might think. And each set we get more and more powerful cards entering our decks. So we're gonna have to see what happens, but I do get to spin the wheel first and foremost. So let's go ahead and see what we get for our prize. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Oh, did you see how close it was to the secret rare wild card? But we get 3 tournament packs, so that's not too bad. So after doing some investigating, it looks like tournament pack 3 was the pack out after the release of Labyrinth of Nightmare. That's how Gage and I have been doing it. Basically, whatever pack kind of lines up with the previous set. Some interesting cards in here. Obviously, the chances of us getting something really good are low, but we could. There's a possibility. Let's just go ahead and see. We get 3 packs here. Wow, I was about to say that would be insane if we didn't have Pot of Greed, but we already do, so that's, I guess, maybe an omen of good things to come. Let's see what happens in our other pack. Well, there's a second Pot of Greed, and let's go ahead and just open our last pack here. And it's another Dark Elf. We might consider playing the second Dark Elf just because it is a 2K level 4. Gets over his Gemini Elf, that's for sure. But we're not going to make you guys wait any longer. It is time for Legacy of Darkness.
All right, you guys know the deal by now. We're opening 24 packs of Legacy of the Darkness, released June 6th, 2003. Yatagarasu, one of the most infamous spirit monsters in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, takes one of the secret rare slots. Oh boy, if we could pull this, this is going to be deadly. Claiming the other secret rare spot at the bottom here is actually another one of my favorite cards just from GOAT format in general, Injection Fairy Lily. Searchable by Sangin, searchable by Witch of the Black Forest. Really cool card, especially in the context of GOAT format, but also in our deck. I think this is going to be pretty hot if we can pull it. Also, while we're down here, I guess I should point out the elephant in the room. Last Turn is in this set. Another forbidden Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'll save the semantics for it if we happen to pull it, but just know Alex and I both happen to pull Jowgen of the Spiritualist. If you're well adversed in Yu-Gi-Oh and you remember this card, you already know where we're going with that. Other than that, there's a whole bunch of just really good stuff in this set. Bottomless Trap Hole makes its debut in this set as a rare. Really easy to get, but also, how can you just not look at the card above it? Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression is a card that will never make it off the forbidden limited list. It's a rare in this set. I'm kind of being optimistic. If you guys remember, we opened a set a little bit ago that included Cyber Jar in a rare slot too. Neither Alex or I actually pulled it. Hopefully I can pull the Royal Oppression, and Alex just can't. Could you imagine that? We also got cards like, of course, Fiber Jar, a silly forbidden card that's going to be oppressive early on right now. Warriors get a big boost in this set too. Cards like Exiled Force, and of course, Reinforcement of the Army gets its initial printing in this set as a super rare. This is going to be extremely important to get early because, again, everybody knows Rhoda is one of the best generic searchers just in the game. There's a reason that people call searcher cards Rhoda for a reason. It's just this set the standard. Above all that, this set actually includes my favorite, and I mean my favorite GOAT format card of all time. It's not one you're probably expecting. Air Knight Parshath actually claims an ultra rare slot here. This is my favorite card in GOAT format. I don't know why I like it so much. I just do. Really sick card. I hope we get it. That being said, I can't wait any longer. Let's just open 24 packs of Legacy of the Darkness.
Bottomless Trap Hole is a very good way to start things off. This is something that is probably going to make its way into the main deck, maybe for the foreseeable future. This is also a way for Gage to get access to Trap Hole, not the actual Trap Hole, but I've had that since Legend of Blue Eyes, so hopefully he gets this, although his luck with getting rare cards hasn't been the greatest. Moving on to our next pack, though. Let's see what we get. Marauding Captain. Wow. Okay, so Marauding Captain's really good. It just allows us to get an extra summon on the field. If we have some sort of warrior-based deck, that could be really good. Drop-Off is our super rare. Drop-Off is... I mean, it's just a one-for-one exchange. I don't know if this card's particularly that good. Maybe this was used in, like, early iterations of hand control.
All right, pack number 1, Legacy of Darkness. Give me something good. Oh my god! Tyrant Dragon right off the bat. Last episode, I got lucky yoinking an ultra rare in the first pack, too. This one's, of course, not the best ultra rare, but it is an ultra rare nonetheless. Man, that could have been like Fiber Jar, dude. Still pretty cool to pull it right off the back. We have 23 more packs to be able to get a little bit more lucky. Not too stressed. Oh my god! Pack number 2, Injection Fairy Lily! Alex, I hate to say it, dude, but if I get this lucky for the rest of the packs, it's just over for you, bro. Oh, Reinforcement of the Army! That's a huge super rare to pull. That's gonna be so integral just moving on later on in the game. Maybe not a lot of really impressive targets right now in our deck, but I guarantee this is going to pop its way into the main deck at some point or another.
Next pack, another warrior returning alive. You know, if we could pull like Exiled Force, that would be insane, but we really don't have a lot of warriors to go with that, at least for the time being, but it would be nice. Hopefully we can get Reinforcement of the Army as well. Man, the pulls really aren't coming too good this time around. I'm honestly okay with that, but again, not really much to talk about. There's our third Opticlops, which is kind of funny. Okay, next pack. Fiend Skull Dragon. You know, this would be nice if Metamorphosis was in the format as of right now, but it isn't. I mean, I guess it's good if we get it later, but other than that, not really too much to say.
Ryu Senshi, the GOAT extra deck is coming together. That's a really good one, too. If we can manage to cop a couple Metamorphosis, when we move to Pharaonic Guardian, we can actually blink our Jinzo into this guy here. And Jinzo might be better, but hey, it's an option. Exiled Force, the holos just keep coming. That's a search off of Rhoda. Oh, the synergy.
Man, Legacy of Darkness. Oh, okay. I was just about to say, Legacy of Darkness has not been treating us too well, but Creature Swap, is that good? I don't feel like that's too good. It's a very powerful card, but I mean, it is a -1. Does require us to have a monster. Takes his monster, but he gets to pick it, though. I'm not too sure about this one. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's like an okay card. Definitely better than the rest of the pack, that's for sure. This pack is, again, just not really much to say. A third after the struggle. I'm starting to lose faith in Legacy of Darkness. This is not looking too good for us. I mean, this pack right here, again, just not much to say for it. Wow. This might be Gage's episode. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Oh, Power Chef! This is the best pack opening ever! If I don't win this time, I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. God, Alex cannot pull better than me. There's just physically no way. Bro... Come on. Could have been anything else. Second Tyrant Dragon. I wasn't even to play the first, dude.
All right, so we're about 3/4 of the way through, and again, just really nothing. I did get a copy of Ominous Fortune Telling here. I'm not sure if I've been picking up multiples of these, because this is the first one I've noticed, but this might make its way into the main deck, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, only a few packs left here. Another second coin toss. Not really what I wanted to see. Wow, this is just no... Oh, there we go. Exiled Force, a prime piece of monster removal. Does cost us our normal summon, but one of the biggest things about Exiled Force is that it can take out cards that are like set or like Mystic Tomato without it just gets around so many things that are really annoying to deal with. We have Warrior returning alive, 2 of them, but we don't have many Warriors, at least right now. So maybe if we can get some sort of like Warrior Toolbox synergy later, we include those. No Reinforcement of the Army, so we can't search it, but definitely an auto include for sure. Really happy to pull that.
All right, coming up on the last 4 packs, actually something really scary is I haven't pulled Royal Oppression yet. I'm going to be sad if I don't pull it and Alex does. That's going to be scary. Besides all the holos that I've pulled so far, as immaculate as they are, if I don't get Royal Oppression, I'm in a world for the hurt for just the rest of the tournament. All right, 2 more left. Still no Oppression. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. Oh no, one more pack of Legacy of Darkness left. I haven't gotten Royal Oppression in these 24 packs. Let's hope I can get this last one here. Come on, gimme. Bottomless Trap Hole is okay, but it's not Royal Oppression. I don't have Royal Oppression. Oh, Alex, let's hope this is a Cyberjar situation and you didn't get it yourself. Then I'll be happy. I'll be satisfied. But hey, I got a Bottomless. That's hot. All right, if you couldn't tell just by my reactions alone, we opened pretty nutty. I'm going to throw this into Dueling Book. We're going to win this match. Hands down.
2 packs left, it looks like. This is not what we want to see. Not too good. There's only 1 pack left. Can we pull something that's really, really powerful here? And we get another Bottomless Trap Hole. You know what? I'm actually okay with that. So overall, I would actually say this might be some of the worst pulls I've had. We did get Exiled Force. I do not want to just downplay the power of that card, but ultimately, I would say the chances of Gage pulling better than us are very high. So let's go ahead and get to the deck building, and let's see what we're taking to today's duel.
Oh boy, guys, this deck is looking realer and realer by each episode. I'm very pleased with the pulls we got, even though we missed the mark with Royal Oppression, which would have been huge, and we got Injection Fairy Lily instead of Yatagarasu. I'm not mad. I still like Injection Fairy. I think it's going to actually really throw Alex off guard. Especially if we can stick it, we can get over literally anything. Like Jinzo just doesn't stand a chance against Injection Fairy Lily. Pretty cool pulls. Rhoda Exiled Force is also just a really neat kind of engine to be able to like search out a way to pop something. That's sick. We did cut the Destiny board out of the main deck. It's not even in the side deck. I had to do it for the one time. I did it for fun. I know, such a foreign concept, having fun in a card game. But now we're taking things 1000% serious, and after last episode, I'm feeling very, very confident. I think both of our strategies have differentiated enough to the point that we actually stand a good chance against each other. Even though Alex has a whole bunch of blowouts like Raigeki Heavy Storm plus the fact that he can moth them back, I think we're doing pretty okay. Fairy Box is something I'm still extremely scared of. I genuinely don't have an out in my main or side deck to a Fairy Box that sticks face up. I just have to play the 50-50 every time. I've missed so much spell and trap removal throughout every episode, and I literally don't have a way to out a face-up continuous trap card. Bait Doll doesn't even out it. Bait Doll just flips it up, and then it stays up. So I'm screwed if he flips a Fairy Box. I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. I was really pleased with the Dark Necrofear engine last time. I think it actually worked really well. The Giant Germ and the Sangan was more than enough, especially Germ just being able to triple itself, have 3 Fiends immediately in the graveyard for this thing. I was able to use it both times, and although Alex did win the one time where he sent it to graveyard before I could use its effect during the end phase, I think it's going to come up as a major bomb, and it's going to throw Alex for a loop. This trap lineup still looks really solid. We also do have just a lot of really decent generic monster removal now that I'm looking at it. Injection Fairy Lily can battle over literally anything in the format, I think. Exiled Force can pop something. It's searchable by Rhoda. Bottomless Fissure, Tribute to the Doomed. Sticking a Jinzo isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Last thing I have to add is Air Knight Parshath is searchable by Witch of the Black Forest. Alex doesn't have Witch. We do. Might come in handy. All right, I think I'm ready to give Alex the slam.
All right, guys, so here's the deck we're going to be taking to today's duel. Actually looks a little bit different than what we've been playing recently. So we've got the Exiled Force. This is just prime removal. There's no way we weren't playing this. The Hain, I kept the Hysteric Fairies in. They actually did prove their worth, funny enough. And I want to still have at least an 1800 beater to kind of get some damage in, because the rest of my lineup is pretty weak. So I figure that having Hysteric Fairy is pretty nice. Jinzo, the Magician of Faith, we got to have the Marauding Captain. Giving us the extra summon just really gives us a leg up if we can get him to resolve. We've got the Mystic Tomatoes, the Momongas, the Sangans, and the White Magical Hats for our monster lineup. For the spells, Creature Swap. So I was going back and forth on this one, but I figure if I'm behind, let's say he just like turn 2 summons Jinzo, I could summon any monster and Creature Swap it and get my own Jinzo. So that seems pretty good to me. Also, if I'm ahead, if I have like 3 monsters and he has 1, I could give him something terrible like a Sangan, and he would have to give me like what he sets, and then I can destroy my own Sangan and get that trigger, so that's pretty cool. I figure that might be an okay card to include. Dark Hole, Fissure, Heavy Storm, Mask of the Accursed. So this is an interesting inclusion. The reason I went with this is because some of our games went very long in the last round, and if he's planning on doing the same shenanigans with Fairy Box, which we're also playing, I should have played that last round, but the thing is with Mask of the Accursed, it'll deal 500 damage every turn. Spell and trap removal is very limited, and this could just be a win condition in and of itself, so I figure this would would be good just since the way the matches have been going. This might be a win condition, and we might just be able to take it off the back of Mask of the Accursed. I dropped the Malevolent Nuzzlers and the Maha Vilos because, again, with Fairy Box being just such a control card, that those cards don't really do much, because if we're trying to win the game through like sheer life point loss, then we're not going to be getting many hits in unless I'm able to actually destroy the Fairy Box, and that means we'd be getting 2 for 1 if I try to attack into a monster. So I figure we have enough removal now that it's okay to drop the Malevolent Nuzzlers and the Maha Vilos. That was kind of like why those were there in the first place. Painful Choice, Pot of Greed, Regeki, Snatch Steal, and Upstart Goblin. The 2 bottomless trap holes are a fine addition. I'm super happy to see those. Plus the 3 Fairy Box is going to really hold him off. Imperial Order, 1 Magic Drain, Michizuri, Torrential, and Trap Hole wraps up our lineup here. So I'm really excited to see what Gage pulled. It's time to duel. So Gage, is this going to be Nyhmnim's Legacy?
Oh, yes. Legacy of Darkness, Nyhmnim's Legacy. You know, it begins here, my man.
I'm excited. I admit my pulls were not that great this time around, which is great for you. Not great for me, obviously. But if there's an opportunity, there's so many good cards you could have gotten in this set. And if you got some, I'm nervous. What? I'm definitely nervous.
I'd say I did get some cards, you know? I got cards. I'll leave it at that.
I'd hope so.
I'll leave it at that. I'll let you find out for yourself just how good I pulled, okay?
All right, so rock, paper, scissors, as always. Come on,
yes.
Dude.
All right.
You know, I always lose rock, paper, scissors, but I end up winning every game, so, you know, maybe it's okay.
You see, I don't know if it's the fact that I don't pick the right one or if I'm just bad at the game. It could be a mix of both, but I'm having a feeling the extra card's just too powerful, so I'm going to go second.
All right, good luck, sir.
Good luck.
Ooh, so we're going to go to main phase. I'm going to fire off this Upstart Goblin.
Sure.
Still got that in the deck, which isn't too bad. I'm just going to set and pass.
All right, I'll draw. I'll start my turn with activating Painful Choice.
Yep. Man, that's such a good card.
It's a good one. It's all right. All right, I'm going to pick out Bazoo, a Tomato, pick out the Vilo, Gemini Elf. You know what? I'll give you a sneak preview of one of the cards. I'm
okay with sneak previews.
Yeah, I'll give you a peek at something I got. Air Knight Parshat.
Oh, wow.
He's a good one.
That is probably one of the best cards we could have gotten in this set. You can have Maha Vilo though.
Okay, cool.
I think that's a pretty easy Maha Vilo pick.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll have the rest of those go to grave. You know what? I'll go with the Maha Vilo. We'll throw that out.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go battle phase. Let's see what that is.
It is a Nimble Mamanga.
Okay, all right. You can get your 2.
I'm going to join you up there at 9,000 life points.
All right. Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah. I do get 2 Nimble Mamangas this time around, so that's nice.
Okay, cool. I will go main phase 2. Set a face down. It's your move.
All right. We're going to go draw for turn. I'm going to go ahead and tribute off this Nimble Mamanga for Jinzo.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Flip up this other Mamanga. We're going to get in there on that Vilo.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna lose my Vilo, and I'll also take your 1,000 from Mamanga.
Yep. And I'll just go ahead and actually set a couple of cards. Pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw.
Don't you love Jinzo?
It's a hell of a card, man. It's making things not that easy here. I'm gonna normal summon my Witch of the Black Forest.
Sure.
All right, and I'm gonna poke over, hopefully, that Mamanga.
You are. So I'm going to take 100, but then I gain 1,000. So I'm actually going to gain 900 from this.
I'll go main phase 2, and looky, I got the Fissure. Get it.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I was happy to have the Mamanga to pretty much kind of hold off from the Fissure, but you had the way to out Mamanga too. So that's pretty much how it's going to happen. We're going to go draw, standby main.
I just added the best card in your deck. Now what do you do?
I'm going to activate Dark Hole.
Oh, all right. I'll use my Witch.
Yep.
You know what? I'll pick up a Mystic Tomato.
Okay. I will normal summon White Magical Hat.
Oh, shit. Yep.
Show me the fairy box. Show me the fairy box.
No fairy box.
No fairy box. Oh, baby. We're going to get some huge hits here. Oh, no, that's not a number in your hand. Huge hits. Come on. Big bucks. Big bucks.
Oh, can you pick a different one?
No, that's the one I'm going to go with.
Oh, you got a good one.
Oh, yes. All right. I like to see it. I'll set a card to pass. Go ahead.
Okay, I will draw.
But you have a Mystic Tomato.
Yeah, but I don't have Tribute to the Doomed anymore. And now I'm going to run into your Fairy Box, and I'm going to get... Oh, my God. Fairy Box plus Magical Hat. Dude.
That's if I have the Fairy Box.
If you have
it. I had a spell set in my back row, so I mean... The mind games. I love it.
We'll run the risk, you know? I'll throw down this tomato.
Okay.
And I'm going to go battle. And I'll declare an attack.
Here it comes.
Oh, no. I knew you were
Heads
going to be
always
on
shreds,
it.
baby. Heads always shreds.
Oh, no. No.
Woo-hoo!
All right, so I'm going to take 1,000. This is going to hurt. All right.
Finally, justice in this world.
It's mandatory for white magical hat, so your hat's chain link 1, and then I'm chain link 2. So I'm going to resolve my tomato first. I'm going to pull out the witch.
Okay, so now my hat resolves. We have 3 cards in hand, which makes this die roll significantly easier. We'll hit that one out of your hand.
Okay, you got rid of my Hane.
Okay, that's fine. That's not the end of the world.
And that white magical hat is actually like super intimidating. So I'm just going.
You don't want to go 2 for 2?
No, I don't. I don't. I'm not feeling that lucky. So I'm gonna pass it to you.
But which would give you a card?
Yeah. See, and then I would immediately lose it.
Draw for turn, standby phase. I'll pay for the fairy box, of course.
Sure.
Thank you, Nyhmnim and I, for all these life points. Unfortunately, I don't really have a ton to go with here. So I actually think I'm just going to set a monster and pass the turn.
Okay, I'll draw.
It's really sad when I can't out an 1100 attack monster.
Yeah, it's just too big, isn't it?
That's why Witch is better than Sangan, right? Clearly, it's the extra 100 attack power.
Clearly. That's the only reason it's banned. Or was banned, actually. It's back at 3 now. I'll throw down a germ.
Just attack gauge.
Yeah, it... it seems so easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, because if the germ dies, you get 2 more, and you can attack again and lose your whole hand.
I hate...
No, I'm sorry. Okay, let me lay it out for you. You attack with Witch, that dies, and then you add something to your hand, and then you do the germ. So then that way you lose all your cards on your field and your hand as well.
You know what? I'm never going to out this fairy box, so we're going to play the 50-50 here.
No way.
I'm going to slam that germ in there.
Okay.
All right, make your call.
Heads, baby. Heads, baby.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Come on. That's so unfair. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to take 1,000. All right, so germ's going to be chain link 1. No, it's optional, so it's the same way again. So
not that it really matters.
Not that it matters in this case. So you're going to take 5 for germ, and I'm going to get this germ out of the deck.
I'll let you get your germs first, and then I will hit a card out of your hand.
All right, go ahead.
Just going to go for 1. Oh, does he have the other one in his hand? Oh, man. We're going to go for this one.
All right, you knocked it out.
Okay, he had the other germ.
Alex, I'm scared. Do I go again?
And that strategy has not worked well for you.
You know what? I can't lose 3 times in a row, right?
You could.
Well, I guess we'll find out, all right? So let's do the 50-50 again.
Heads, baby. Heads, baby.
Yes!
Oh,
yes! That is so big.
Okay.
After you've gotten, immense value off your white magical hat, I finally sunk an attack through.
Yeah, so we both crash. I take 500 from the germ getting destroyed.
All right, and my germ's not going to float. Do I find out what that face down is? It can't be anything too scary. All right, we'll go in.
All right, so fairy box. Okay, so heads. So that's going to go to 0 attack. It is my Sangan.
Okay, so I'm going to take 6.
Correct.
All right, well, I guess that's that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is a very interesting board we're on right now.
I've lost so much life points just from attacking.
You lost a lot more than life points.
You know what? I don't
attacking.
even think you've gotten an attack in, but all my life points I've lost is from me running into you.
I did attack you with the white magical hat once,
okay,
don't forget.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead
Did you pay
and
your 5
normal
for fairy
summon
box?
Mystic Tomato. I did pay for my fairy box,
Okay.
yes. Switch this Sangan to attack mode, and let's try to get in there.
All right. During damage step, I'm going to activate Rush Recklessly. I'm going to target that witch.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to take 400 from this. I do get to trigger my tomato, which is the silver lining of this. I'll just grab another tomato.
Okay.
Main phase 2, I'll just set another card face down and pass to you.
Okay. I will draw.
Not looking too good for Nyhmnim's legacy here, Gage.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good before, but now it's kind of it's going downhill a bit. You know what? I'm feeling pretty confident. 1.
You said that last time.
2,
Oh,
3.
wow.
Say hello.
Oh,
Dark
that's
Necrophage.
scary.
All right,
That's scary.
Anything on summon.
I have nothing on summon.
Okay.
I dare you. I dare you to do this.
I don't know. My life points are looking pretty slim. I think we might play it a little bit slow. I'll throw that in defense, set that, and I'll pass.
All right.
Would you like to
I
pay
will
your
draw.
5?
I am going to pay my 5.
Okay.
See, this is where the Nyhmnim mangas are actually good. It gives me like 4 free turns of fairy
I
box.
finally deducted enough life points that you gained from it.
I'm going to go to battle phase.
All right.
I'm going to attack into your witch.
Okay. The witch will go to grave, and I'll trigger the witch. I'm going to pick up, this might be a little weird choice, but I'm going to pick up 4-starred Ladybug of Doom.
It's not bad. I'm going to go to main phase 2, and you're going to get to see one of my new cards.
Oh, no.
It is Creature Swap.
No! All right, well, I kind of don't want any of your dudes because they're all bad, so I'm going to force you to pitch a spell if you have it.
Ooh, had the magic drain. Yeah, that's going to resolve.
Nice. So I know that's not a spell in your hand.
It's not, unfortunately. That was a very clutch magic drain. I think I need to put a bit of a clock on you here. I'm going to activate Mask of the Accursed on your Dark Necrofear. So this was part of my strategy for this game because now that Fairy Box is a factor and neither of us really want to attack, I can just burn you every single turn and put you on a real clock.
Yeah. That's a strategy.
I pulled these out of Labyrinth of Nightmare, and I didn't use them in our last game, but the way that our meta's been going, I figured these actually could be very clutch, and we're going to get to see how good it really is.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to attack with this Necrofear.
Correct. I will also set a card and pass the turn.
All right, draw. I'll do some setting of myself, and I'll throw this Necrofear in defense. I'll pass it to you.
Okay, so I'm going to draw. During my standby, a couple things going to happen. I'm going to take 5, but you are also going to take 5. I'm going to go to main 1. I'm going to take a very educated guess here and say you set that 4-starred Ladybug of Doom.
I don't know, did I?
I don't know what else it would be. So with that being the case, we might as well just slam into it because if I don't, I'm just going to lose it next turn anyway. So let's see what it is.
It is the Ladybug, so you're going to lose that tomato.
Yep, so that's going to go to the graveyard, which is unfortunate. I will just go to main phase 2, put Sangan in defense, and just pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw for turn. This Mask of the Accursed is a pain in the ass.
Tick-tock, Gage.
It's
Tick-tock.
I don't have an out to it. I guess, since I'm on a clock anyways, I'll throw down this Swords of Revealing Light. I will set a monster, and I'll pass.
Gonna draw. Standby, you take 500. I take 500 as well. Main 1, I'll just set. I'm actually gonna switch Sangan back to attack because it's actually better to leave an attack because you'll take more damage if you try anything. So go ahead.
All right, I'll draw.
We are on turn 1 of swords from the end phase.
I will put a counter just to show it off here. I'll just immediately pass, and I'll take another 5 from your mask.
Yep, and I'll take another 5 to keep this fairy box up and running.
My life is getting pretty low.
I think I'm just gonna pass. Go ahead.
Thrilling gameplay. I'll draw.
Turn 2 on swords.
Set, pass.
Go draw. At least I'm taking life points with you, you know? Isn't that at least kind of me to do?
The thing is you don't have to. See, I'm in a different position. I'm kind of forced to.
I'll go ahead and just pass the turn. Swords is gonna go into graveyard.
All right. I'll draw.
It's funny that 50 life points for Maha Vilo is actually relevant because it's saving you an extra turn, actually.
I will set pass.
You're just going to wall up.
It's probably not the right decision because I'm going to die here in 3 turns. So.
I'm just going to pass. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I think I need to make some fancy plays here to make something happen. So I'm going to lose to Torrential Tribute if you have it. I am going to... Oh, this is going to look so weird. I'm going to normal summon Exiled Force.
Ooh, okay. That's a very good card to get from this
Yeah,
set.
it's not a bad one. Is this going to resolve?
That's, oh, I actually need to think about that one. If I let that resolve, then you could potentially just flip everything up and try to attack for game with everything that's not Necrofear. Oh, that's dicey. I think we're going to have to do something. I think I'm going to Torrential you.
Okay, sure. So everything's going to get nuked.
Everything will get nuked.
All right, and then I've got a trigger here. I'm going to trigger that Sangan that you sent to graveyard.
I've got my own Sangan as well. You'd be chain 1, I'd be chain 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I actually get to pick first.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, which does matter a lot. I hate to tell you, Gage, I got an Exiled Force of my own.
Oh, you weenie.
I'm going to add that one.
You know what? I think I'm just dead next turn. It's a shame you don't have any monsters on your field. Otherwise, I'd Necrofear soak them up.
That's why Torrential is actually pretty good. It kind of hard counters that in a way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am 100% dead next turn. I really don't have an out, so I'm going to give you it.
Ooh, wow. Mask of the Accursed.
I know, just
in
too
clutch.
much. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Come on, Gage. It's the legacy of Nyhmnim. You have to fulfill it.
Man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, dude. I don't. So I'm just gonna keep going second and hope it works out one of these times, you know?
It has to at some point. My hand this time around, I would say, is actually probably worse than last game. So
Okay, I love to hear it.
there's an exception to that rule, obviously, but I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to set and set. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I will draw. I'm gonna start my turn by activating Rhoda.
Oh my god.
That's
you
a pretty
pulled
good one.
Rhoda?
Yeah, that's gonna come in handy a lot later too, huh?
That's
So-
crazy. There's so many good warriors in the early stages of this game, too. And you get to get just exiled force. Oh, man.
But I am going to set, and I will pass.
All right. Draw phase. During the draw phase, I'm going to activate Ominous Fortune Telling.
What the heck is this?
So this is a card that probably 99% of the viewers have never heard of. So during your standby phase, I select a random card in your hand and call if it's a monster, spell, or trap. And if I call it right, you are going to take 700 damage.
Well, it's a good thing you don't got Fairy Box backing that up, so...
Not yet. This is kind of to drain your life points if you have Fairy Box, though, because if I get this right, then that basically pays for 1.5 Fairy Boxes almost.
All right, well, let's see if you can get it right.
So I know you have an exiled force, and we definitely have a lot of monsters that we can only play one of per turn. So I'm just going to call monster, and I'm just going to roll the die to pick a card. I'm just going to say monster.
All right, you did nail it. You hit a monster. That is tomato.
Okay. So you're going to take 700. And now I know you have exiled force and an tomato in hand. So we're going to go to main one. Guess I'm just going to do the same. And I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw. I guess I'll summon that tomato you were checking out there. I'll flip up the biggest germ.
I had a feeling it was a germ.
Yeah, he's big. And then we'll go battle phase, okay?
Okay, sure.
Let's hope this is a nimble Mamanga and that germ can get over it.
It's a Sangan, so you
Okay.
did get over it.
And that Sang can get its search. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab a white magical hat.
Okay. And then Tomato's going to get in there too. Let's see what that is.
It is another Sangan.
Oh, wow. All right.
And with this one, I will grab a Magician of Faith.
Sure. I'll go main phase 2. I will set a card, and I'll pass to you.
All right, we'll go draw. Standby phase, Ominous Fortune Telling. I know you have Exiled Force still in your hand, so we're going to call Monster on this one.
All right. Well, it's not Exiled Force, but it is Necrofear.
Okay, so you're going to take another 700. So now I know you have Exiled Force and Necrofear, and you have Giant Germ out to very consistently get... You've been able to get to Necrofear so frequently.
It's just the germ just like getting me 3 fiends is so nice. Like the fact that I have germ is the only reason I'm playing Necrofear.
I'm going to start my turn off with a painful choice.
Uh-oh, that's a good one. That is going to resolve.
I'm going to go ahead and do a Mask of the Accursed, Michizuri, Bottomless Trap Hole. You get to find out that I have.
Oh, that's a good pull.
I go with Fairy Box. Let's do Fissure.
Okay. All right, weirdly enough, the card that I'm least scared of is actually that Mask of Accursed. So I'm going to let you pick that up.
Okay. Appreciate that. A card you are scared of, though, is going to be Regeki.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, that outs both of them.
It does. So no triggers for you because they have to be destroyed by battle. And here comes everyone's favorite white magical hat. Show me the Fairy Box, baby.
No Fairy Box. I'm going to take that 1,000.
No Fairy Box. All right, white magical hat, do your thing. Please hit that. What I want you to hit. I want to hit the Exiled Force, I think.
Please pick a different one.
No, that's the one I would like to pick.
Pretty please. How do you get
that's
so
okay.
lucky, dude? You got my Parshat. I wanted that. Aww.
Go main phase 2. I will set a card and pass to you.
Okay, I'll draw.
So now you have Exiled Force, Dark Necrofear, and one card I do not know. This Ominous Fortune Telling is pretty good for information.
It's
not gonna lie.
getting in there. It's getting in there. I'll throw this Exiled Force down.
You're just gonna sack it off.
I'm thinking about it. I might not though.
If you want to lose more cards out of your hand, I mean that also works.
Nah. I'll hold on to the Necrofear. I'll just throw it in there for defense right now. I'll set a card. I'll pass to you.
Ooh, someone drew a Fairy Box. Okay, we'll go draw. Standby phase. Call Monster because I know that's a Necrofear.
Yeah, that is the Necrofear. So I'm just gonna take 7.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough for you. I have a guaranteed damage every single turn.
I mean, if I keep a card in my hand, like if I keep the cards I draw, it becomes worse and worse.
That's true, but obviously that hasn't helped the turns leading.
Yeah,
up
no,
to
I mean, you've
this.
nailed it all 3 times so far, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just not lucky, but...
I will just go ahead and set a monster. Pass the turn.
Okay, I'll draw. Nothing too exciting, honestly, so I'll just pass.
Ooh, okay. So draw, standby. We're going to do this ominous fortune telling here. So we're going to call monster, one on the left for me, at
God,
least.
can you just not keep donking the 7 off me? Like, come on.
I'm rolling the die, so it's not even like I'm picking it. I'm going to go ahead and flip up this Magician of Faith.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. All right, what are you going to target?
I'm going to go ahead and target Regeki.
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to add that. I don't know if I really want to waste a Regeki on a single exiled force. That, like, doesn't seem too great.
Oh, why not? Come on, just do it.
I'm going to normal summon Marauding Captain.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's not the ultra rare I wanted, but you know what? He's not bad.
He's not bad. You got a level 4, you're going to you're special with it.
It's level 4 or lower, and I do. I'm going to bring out this good old Sangan.
All right, not bad. The combos.
Yeah, I guess we're going to go to battle phase here.
Sure.
I'm going to attempt to swing Sangan into Exiled Force to make you force that fairy box out.
Oh, yeah, you kind of
Wall,
called
too.
it. So it is the fairy box.
Let's see how good, let's see how lucky you get.
Heads always seems to shred. That just seems like the the way to go. So we'll call heads. Oh, we did it! We did it!
Of course. Like, I don't have to expect anything else at this point, so I'm going to take 1,000 damage. I do get my Sangan Search, which I'm not really too bent out of shape about. I'll just grab an Exiled Force of my own.
Okay.
Main phase 2.
I mean, you tell me you don't want to attack again?
No, I just wanted to force the fairy box to start taking more life points. I'll just set a card and pass. Go ahead.
All right, I'll draw. I will take 5 from my fairy box. I'll keep it.
I imagine you want to keep that alive.
Yeah, it's kind of a good card. All right, well, let's do some hand cleaning because I feel like that might be the only way I can stop getting burned from this ominous. So I'm going to activate Tribute to the Doomed.
Oh, okay.
I'll pitch that Necrophilia that's been chilling there, and I'm deathly afraid of a fairy box of your own. So I'm going to pop that white magical hat.
I had a feeling that was going to be the target of this, so that's fine.
Fairy box is so scary. So we're going to go battle phase.
Okay.
I'll declare an attack on your Moth.
I will let that resolve.
Okay, cool.
So I will take 700.
I'll go main phase 2.
You're trying to think what to do with that card in your hand, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm scared of a lot of things you might have here. So I'm actually just going to end up setting this, and I'll pass.
Draw for turn. Standby phase. Well, that wouldn't trigger because you have no hand. So you did get to play around it.
Stop laughing. Come on. You didn't draw anything good.
Are you willing to put a bet on that?
No, I'm not. No. Just show me what it is. Fuck no.
The big boy returns.
I'm so
Battle
upset right now.
phase. Swing over Exiled Force.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That is a thing.
All right, so I will take your 1,400.
1,400. Yes, sir.
There goes the force.
Main phase 2. I think I can just pass.
I'll draw, and I guess I'll keep the box up. I'm going to flip up my Gemini elf.
Wow, you set the elf. Okay. You could actually get over Jinzo. There's some cards. He has the Rush Recklessly. But do I have the fairy box?
Fairy box, I'm going to be so angry. Wait, you have Jinzo, so it doesn't even matter.
Damn
Yeah,
it, I
get
was
in there.
trying to,
Yeah,
psych you out of it.
Yeah, mind games. Okay, come on. I'm not that dumb.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
Damage step, okay?
What if I told you I have my own Rush Recklessly?
Don't do this to me.
What would you say?
I don't even. Don't do this to me. I
don't have
Oh,
it.
thank
I
God.
don't have
Okay. All right, crisis averted. Okay, I was gonna
So
say.
I take 200 from that.
This ominous fortune telling is looking spookier and spookier by the minute.
Considering you only have 2 more turns where it doesn't kill you, yeah, I would agree.
You know what? I'm just gonna pass.
Who would think that this card would be this good?
It's putting pressure on me. I don't know what to think.
It is. All right, standby phase. I don't know what you have. What would you not want to play? Like, you could set a monster. There's so many of my cards that, like, interact with fortune telling in such a weird way, though, because, like, you could not want to trigger, like, torrential if you summon. So, like, there's so many things that can go wrong here. I'll just call monster.
Stop it. You just have the reads, I swear. All right, I'm gonna
The
take
psychological warfare. I think I'm going to make it significantly worse for you. I'm going to Mask of the Accursed your Gemini elf.
No. Oh, shit. Yep.
And I'm just going to set a monster and pass the turn.
I'll draw. I can't pay for this fairy box. I just can't. So I'm gonna.
That's what I love to hear.
Oh, Alex. Oh, I don't know. I can't even attack with this Gemini elf.
You could tribute over it, but unfortunately, you're Parshath's in the graveyard.
All right, I'll set a card. Shit, I'll pass.
All right, so we're going to draw. You're going to take 500.
For a cursed, yeah.
Mask of the Accursed, yep. And then Ominous Fortune Telling as well. Let's call monster.
Can you just call something else for once?
Is this on the back of Ominous Fortune Telling?
Are you that confident?
Legacy? I'm that confident.
I can't. Your confidence kills me, bro. I can't take this shit, man. One of these days. That was a hot tech, though. Fortune telling. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, so I was looking at the cards for the set, and I'm like, okay, aside from the fact that my pulls were pretty lackluster, aside from, like, I got Exile Force and, like, Creature Swap, but, like, and Marauding Captain, I think those were, like, the only cards I pulled that were really playable. But I'm, like, looking through the set, I'm like, there's got to be something to combat Fairy Box, because it's, like, our outs are limited, and so I'm like, well, we don't want to attack each other when Fairy Box is up, so what should I do? And I'm like, Burn is pretty good. And so I remembered I pulled 2 Mask of the Accursed in Labyrinth of Nightmare, so I stuck those in. And that's also a way to kind of slow you down if you get Jinzo or something. Parshath as well, because that's a huge threat.
Was Accursed a super rare?
It was a super, and I got 2 of them, which is crazy.
Lucky.
And then Ominous Fortune Telling, I was hoping to pull a playset of this, because I was going to side them all in. But unfortunately, I only pulled 1, which I was like, are you kidding me? So I happened to draw the 1, which is great, but it obviously paid off.
You only had 1 Fortune Telling.
I only had 1, and I pulled it.
That is
so
lucky. All right, well, I guess I'll show you what I pulled. You pretty much saw everything, the Parshath, all the goodies. There's one thing you didn't see, though, and it's actually kind of hot. Are you ready for this?
Are you serious?
I got another secret rare. I got the Fairy Lily.
A Fairy Lily?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, that's scary, because anytime I'm under 3,400 life, I have to be mindful that I can literally just die to this one card.
Yeah, Fairy Lily's scary. I didn't get to use Parshath at all, dude.
No, I mean, that card is just a huge game changer, because all of our monsters are small, and, like, you get the extra card off of it, too. It has piercing, so, like, I mean, I had this Nimble Momonga right here. If you would have hit this with Parshath, I take 1,800, and you get to draw a card, which is insane.
Want to know something extra scary with it, too? I can search it with Witch.
That's so terrifying, dude.
Yeah, and
that's
I've got
so
2
frightening.
witches. So, I mean, okay, maybe in later episodes you'll see the Parshath come out a bit more, but...
So one thing I was thinking about, because we have Pharaonic Guardian coming up. Pharaonic Guardian introduces a lot of cool cards. We have, like, Gravekeeper's Spy, Gravekeeper's Guard, so we've got some, like, different monsters to play with. But you're talking about spell and trap removal. Raigeki Break. Raigeki Break can out literally any card.
Ooh, that's going to be huge for me, and that's a common, too.
That's a common, yeah. So, like, honestly, that might just be a staple 3-of for both of us, because otherwise we're just going to be, like, especially if I keep playing stuff like Mask of the Accursed, too. Like, you need outs. I mean, I guess you could Magic Drain at Mask of the Accursed, too. Or you could Tribute off if you, like, if I played that still.
Yeah.
There's more outs to this than Fairy Box, that's for sure.
That Raigeki Break, spoiler alert, wait until we don't pull any of them. But
with
but
our luck sometimes, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But Raigeki Break is going to be, like, a huge piece of removal for both of us, if we can pull it, which I really hope that we do.
Once I can actually start getting rid of things like Fairy Box, I can actually be able to play the game. You're not taking a match off me.
I mean, if we're going to revisit what people have been saying about the power gap, I mean, yeah, I definitely think there is, like, a slight power gap, but at the same time, you pulled extremely better than I did this time around. And
I honestly think, looking at it, I think my monster pool might be, like, significantly better than yours.
Yeah, my monsters are kind of a bunch of weenies.
Yeah, you've got a whole bunch of, like, nut spells and trap, though, like the Raigeki Heavy and stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as monsters, like, I got the Parshath, the Fairy Lily, the Witches. Like, I think my monster engine is working pretty well. Like, unless you top the Raigeki to blow up, like, what did I have? I had Sanguine and Tomato.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't have the Raigeki to out that was so much value that I was going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I needed that specifically, or, like, Darkhold to be able to not trigger both of those. But, like, you could just hypothetically, in Pharaonic Guardian, get, like, Sasuke Samurai, which makes it so that none of our flip effect stuff triggers, which is huge to stop, like, my Magician of Faith. You could get, like, Dawn Zalug, which is good for, like, more hand ripping. Mirage of Nightmare. Like, if one of us gets Mirage and the other one doesn't, like,
that's scary.
That's frightening. That's a super rare, but, like, holy shit. Like, that could be, like, a painful choice type of scenario where, like, that's one of the cards that we either both need or neither of us need.
Speaking of things that we both need or neither need, did you get a Royal Oppression?
I did not.
Oh, thank God. I didn't get one either. But
wow.
Oh, man.
Even if we look forward a few sets ahead to, like, Invasion of Chaos, because for anyone who stayed this far and is still watching us blab, Invasion of Chaos should be the last episode that we do of July, or excuse me, of August at the time of recording this video, if you get like the nuts in Invasion of Chaos, I'm screwed. I am if you get like BLS or Chaos Emperor Dragon, let's not say both, but if you just get one or the other and I get neither, like that right there is enough to change the entire dynamic of this series, because then you can at any point just like slaughter me.
And we're playing pre-errata Chaos Emperor Dragon. Like there's nothing better.
Guys, that's going to do it for the episode. Let us know down in the comments who you're rooting for, Team Cimo or Team Gage. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.